1, 2, top, and.
Kiss me beneath the milky twilight. Lead me out on the moonlit floor. Lift your open hand, strike up the band to make the fireflies dance. Silver moon sparkling.
Chorus one more time. 1, 2, 3. Currently living out of this bag, trash bag. Just threw my clothes in here. So we have to pack really quickly and come down. Bring our own headphones because we want to be careful with the coronavirus. And we got a recording session today, and we got one tomorrow. Here we go.
We've got B Green, Nick Campbell, Ben Rose.
And this is the band.
It's
Now.
This is the band.
This is the band.
This is a fucking band.
The band's back together. When we walked in the door, we did hand sanitizer first, then he aimed a thermometer at our foreheads, took our temperature. Then we had to sign these release forms saying that we haven't been around anybody with symptoms, we haven't been symptomatic, you know, all that kind of stuff. Like a lot of protocol. I was actually surprised at how much protocol there was in the studio. Yes.
Oh, yes.
Quick, dude. Hi, everybody.
What's up, bud?
Hello.
Someone had a beard trim.
Someone got a beard trim today.
I'm sporting the Conte. You can't go wrong.
Oh
They're all
my
good.
God, Ben Rose.
Jack, should we plan on doing 3 or 4 takes per song?
I think we're gonna do 4.
Yeah.
We've now done 300 or 400 songs like this that we've arranged and recorded in 90 minutes. So after you do 300 or 400 of these things, you just get really fast at like arranging and recording songs with a live band. The only way it works, there's a few like key things. First, world-class musicians. Nick Campbell and Brian Green and Ben Rose are the greatest musicians in the world. What's your rig here, Campbell suit?
My rig.
What's your rig? Tell us what
Okay.
your rig is.
I have this bass. It's from 1965.
Wow.
It's one of the last original Fender basses. On my board, I have a Noble DI in preamp, which is kind of the best thing ever.
It is such a joy to play with them. We are so lucky to play with them. They play with the biggest acts in the world, and yeah, they're awesome. They have amazing ears. They can hear anything, and I can use feeling terms if I'm just not feeling it, or I can use technical terms if I really know what I want. And so we just come to arrangements really quickly. We make really fast decisions.
Out of the first chorus, I can actually play that riff, the whole thing.
What makes this group special, I think, also is like lack of ego. Like everybody just wants to find the best idea, and it's not, people aren't like wanting their idea. Everybody just wants like the best idea. And so when you have that, when everybody just wants the best idea, people are throwing out ideas and people are trying things, then you settle on something and then you decide and then you move on. And it ends up being like a really fast process. And then probably the last thing is like just not being precious about it. I think there's a tendency in a recording studio, like you look at a studio like this mixing board, there's these really expensive microphones, you're in this expensive room, there's a tendency to want it to be perfect because you've got all this nice gear and like all the cameras are up and it's in 4K and like you just want it to be perfect, you know? But you just have to let go of that and just be rock and roll about it. And if there's little imperfections, either you'll fix them later or like you just leave them in there and it makes it even more rock and roll. How you doing, Rones? Is this your vocal booth?
This is my vocal booth.
Wow, there's your mic.
Enormous. It's an enormous booth.
There's a nice little light. It's gonna make you look beautiful.
Thanks.
We spent a long time on the first song because it was kind of hard.
Sorry. I was changing math. Sorry.
Ben,
I tried.
gotta be straight
And I
up,
failed.
best you've ever sounded.
The demo sounded so good. And then when we sat down as a band, it just felt a little too like normal or sweet or just the a little too diatonic.
Okay, cool. I got a suggestion. I think the second half of the verses, we should skip the B flat and we should go to the A flat.
Just everything was just kind of like functional harmony, and we just needed to kind of spice it up a little bit and make it feel a little bit more Pomplamoose-y.
Maybe we just haven't nailed it.
Yeah, we haven't nailed it. I'm trying to get more Pomplamoose chords. So I think we start quiet. We start quiet, build, and then
Crazy.
yes. You got it, Ben Rose. You got it. We're getting close.
Good job, Muppet. Muppet, you're great.
Ooh, baby, you're making me crazy. Every time I look around, every time I look around, I'm gonna soak up the sun, gonna tell everyone to lighten up. Every time I turn around, I'm looking up, you're looking down. Turn me around again. You said that we can do it, you know I wanna do it again.
Feels pretty good.
Yeah.
I'll be producing a bunch of the songs today, as probably will Brian Green. We move quick, and sometimes you get in jams and you don't know if you'll get out of them, but we get out of them, and it's great. Everyone here is so talented except for George Sloan, and it makes it fun. It's really easy.
One Way or Another by Blondie. It was just a smasher. Those generally come together really fast.
One way or another, I'm gonna lose you. I'm gonna give you the sip.
I hope that one doesn't sound too indie rock-y. I think it'll, I don't know if it will. We'll see.
I'll trick you one way or another. I'm gonna lose you. I'm gonna trick you, trick you, trick you, trick you one way or another. I'm gonna lose you. I'm gonna give you the slip.
That was the best one so far.
Sweet.
All the musicians involved are amazing. I mean, they come up with an arrangement within a half an hour and then record a few takes. 5 songs in a day with no arrangements usually. It's kind of crazy.
I Want to Dance with Somebody by Whitney Houston, and Girls Just Want to Have Fun, Cyndi Lauper. Now halfway through the chorus, it goes to that one, the same kind of thing, super diatonic harmony, and the demo sounded really good, and so we just figured, you know what, we're gonna get a few takes and we'll mix in some of the kind of funky bass and some of the Rhodes and stuff, but we're actually gonna work off the structure of the demo and use that as the bass tracks, flesh that out, produce that out, as opposed to like working off of the live band tracks. We've never done that before. We'll see how it goes, but I think it's gonna be fun to kind of mix in some of the musicians and stuff.
My vote would, I don't see what she says, would be Logical Song. And if we happen to breeze through it, I was going to say like some weird take of Kiss Me. Like just something we haven't done. You know, like throw it at the wall. We have 25 minutes.
Yeah.
And we'll see what happens. If we don't get it, okay.
We went straight into Logic by Supertramp. That one is such a weird song. It is totally illogical. But God, just a beautiful song. I actually didn't know it before today. I'm like embarrassed. I didn't know Logical by Supertramp. Evidently it's a huge song. Literally never heard it. There's some weird like bars of 2 that get added like, in random spaces. But it ended up, like once you kind of get in the swing of it, it works really well.
So this is kind of what you practice for, is just being able to like improvise and come up with things quickly. So it's a very engaging kind of way to record, which I like.
Could we start just with... Would you be down?
Yeah.
I think it'll be really powerful.
We had like half hour left. We decided to extend the session by just a few minutes. And we got Kiss Me, which came together very fast. That often happens when you have a time constraint. You just have to get something done. And I think it might have been our best one of the day. It was like really vibey and funky, kind of had like a Daft Punk like funk feel. We used the same harmony from the Supertramp song that we had just done.
One
But we
more.
just stole that harmony and put it under Kiss Me, and it worked really well.
That's great.
Maybe the last thing is Ben Rose takes all of the raw material that we recorded today and then adds production to it. He like cleans it up and like adds samples and adds extra synthesizers and guitar parts and God, when we started working with him on post-production, it leveled up the music.
So kiss me, yeah, a little softer now. So kiss me.
Oh, yes, Natalie.
So good.
I had some
So good.
good moments.
Yes.
Fucking gorgeous.
I love
Sweet.
that. All right, guys, I'm out. I'll see you later. Great job today. We got a bunch of good ones. How do you feel the day went?
I think it went really well.
Yeah.
I think we started off slow.
Yeah.
And powered through. Made some good decisions.
What was it like recording in a pandemic?
I mean, definitely a bummer not to be able to see people's faces. But still, I'm so glad that we got to do this.
I'm really happy with the day. I thought we got great stuff.
Yeah.
Woo!